Hello there again everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then welcome. While you're visiting, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, all that kind of stuff. And now we've got that out of the way, I thought that now we have hit end of September, beginning of October, that I would do an everyday kind of autumn look, because you know we love these little browns and just getting all cozy and whatnot, and we still want to look nice, but some of us don't want to go quite as glam, so I thought I'd just do like a nice simple look. Now this probably is a lot of makeup for most people, but it's quite easy to do. It generally takes me about 30 minutes. When I'm filming a video it takes me 2 hours, but hey ho. So I've got my coffee in my little pumpkin mug, and I'm just going to go and do my eyebrows, and then I'll be back and we'll jump into doing the face. Okay, so that is the eyebrows done. I used this tiny little pencil I've got you left. I think this is an MUA Brow Pencil. I absolutely love this. I need to figure out what it is and buy another one. That's how much I've got left, and that's the lid as well. It's like literally that much, but I love it. So I soaked my brows using the Pears Soap. Did that and used the PLouise Base in a Rumor 05, but you could just use a concealer for an everyday look. You know, you can go ahead with that. So I've got a couple of palettes I'm going to have a play with today. I've got my Patricia Bright Makeup Revolution palette, and I have the Rich in Life palette. Now I think that these are on sale. They were £20, but now I think they're on sale, and that is the colours right there. I mean, how fab are those? And I just love Patricia Bright. She is the queen. I mean, these are like bright pops of colour, but there's all of these warm tones that we're going to have a play with today. And I'm also going to bring out my trusty 35OM Morphe palette. It's in the old packaging, but I don't care because I love it. I'm not even sure you can still get this. Let me take a look. Okay, so I took a quick look on the Morphe website, and it doesn't look like these are still available, but it is a gorgeous warm tone palette. But you could use any warm tone palette that you've got in your collection to create this look. You don't necessarily have to run out and buy these products. You can use any browns or orange tones or anything like that, so you know you don't have to rush out. This is an everyday look that you can create using the products that you've already got in your collection. What I'm going to do is something that I don't usually do, is going to start with a transition. So I think I'm going to go in with this colour, this like warm brown, light brown beige, from the Morphe palette, and I am just going to bring that up my crease there. And we don't have to be really neat. This is just going to be a super nice everyday look. I mean, how nice does that look? That looks super nice. And the other side, just really light motions. I'm not tapping today, I am sweeping. Let's bring that down a little bit there. And the same on that side. I am super excited for autumn though, or fall, wherever you're from, autumn, fall, whatever you want to call it. Because in the UK we had a summer-ish, but it was super hot, so it was either really hot or like a bit too cold, which is generally UK summers. I mean, when I say hot, it was like unbearably hot. Or it was raining, it was hot and raining, so there wasn't a lot that you could go out and do. But the weather now is like a crisp, just like crisp autumn days, which I like, just days that I just love so much. It's nice to just go out for a walk, go and get some dinner, get a bit of lunch, and just do nice things like that. Take the boy out on his scooter. So I'm going to take this smaller fluffy brush, this PC22, and I'm going to go in with Booked and Busy from the Patricia Bright palette, which is like a brown red tone colour, and I'm going to bob that in the outer corner and then like up through the crease a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of do it there and then up through the crease. See how they are blending super nice together. And I am going to pat this in as well, because I'm going to take a clean brush and like kind of blend. This is just going to be like a really, really soft look. It's going to be really nice and like glowy. So I'm just going to do the other eye, bring that down there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the Morphe palette, and I'm going to take this like lightest colour, lightest, I don't know why I really pronounce that, lightest colour here, and I'm going to put that all over the lid, and then I'm just going to blend them all together. I may even go over that light colour with like another cream shade, because that looks really light against the Patricia Bright Booked and a Busy colour. I just love Patricia Bright, she's the absolute queen. She just makes like business interesting. She has obviously her original channel, and then she has the social break, where she talks about all things financial, how you can potentially top up your income, all that stuff, and I just absolutely love her. I'm going to go back in with like a cream colour on my eyes. I'm going to go in with this colour here, and I'm going to go back in on my lid. I'm not using any shimmers on my lids today. We're just having a nice matte look with the eyes anyway. I want glowy skin, matte eyes and a glowy skin. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with Booked and Busy from the Makeup Revolution palette, and then just deepen that up ever so slightly. And I'm going to go in with this clean brush, this Sigma B07, and I'm just going to blend it. Yeah, so absolutely do check out Patricia Bright's Social Break YouTube channel though, because it is amazing, and she's just so interesting, and she's just, I don't know how she makes like Excel spreadsheets interesting. It's a gift. Okay, so I think that is looking super fab, super autumny, but I'm going to go in with like another transition. I'm going to go in with like a lighter transition, and blend those together as well, even though I blended them together with a clean brush. I just want to just really diffuse the whole thing, because I want this look super diffused and soft and just really nice. So I think I'm going to go back in and put a little bit more on my lids and just bring that up there a little bit. See how that's really softening. This is a Morphe M135 brush, and I don't use it often. It's like this huge stiff brush, not like super stiff though. But for things like this, it's just really good, and it's just softening all of that out without being too much. And then I'm going to take that clean brush again. We're going to be super soft. So another transition colour. The lid is just broken on this Morphe palette, but I have had it a long time. So I originally went in with this as a transition, so I think I'm going to go in with, this one now. And I'm going to go in with that same transition brush that I used. I just wiped it off, and I'm just going to tap that into there, and then just bring that into the transition just to really soften it up. I could go back in with that other colour, but I don't want it to be too dark, and that is really nice like that. I almost went back in with the wrong colour then. Don't you hate it when you do that? Like you start off with one colour and then you end up bobbing your brush on the one next to it and putting that all over your lid as well, and you're like, that's not where I wanted to go with this. That is not where I wanted to go with this at all. But sometimes it does work out. Do you know what I mean? So that is almost it. 4 colours, you could get away with 3. I've just softened up that transition slightly, and I'm going to go on my under eye. And I'm going to brush off the more detailed brush that I used to do the crease colour, and I'm going to go in with that original transition, and I'm going to sweep that under the eye and up into the outer portion there. Give that a good old sweep, and we can tidy this up with concealer, so don't worry about being too tidy. So I'm going to wipe off that detail brush as well, which is a PC22, Peaches and Creams 22 brush. I'm going to go back in with Booked and Busy and just do this on the outer corner of the eye here. So I always pull my eye down just slightly because I do have wrinkles, but don't do that if you can help it. I just need to do that to get into that part of the eye. And I'm just gonna blow that up into the outer portion again. So everybody is like going crazy for Halloween, and then we've got bonfire night here in the UK as well. And then it's Christmas. Has anybody started their Christmas shopping yet? Because I'm not gonna lie, I started mega early. I've already got quite a few bits. Okay, so I'm gonna take a green Creole eyeliner. This is a marine green colour that I've had for such a long time, and I'm just gonna do my waterline with that. It's not like a really vivid colour or anything, it just adds a little something. I mean, you could do like a green shimmer with this look on the lids, and that would look super nice as well. Oh, put myself in the eye. Yeah, you could go up for a green shimmer on the lids, and that like looks super nice as well. I mean, maybe I will do that as a tutorial. Bloody hell, what is wrong with me today? Maybe I will do that as a tutorial. Let me know in the comments down below, because I would probably use a couple of different warm tones if I did a green shimmer on the lid, and that is more of a night look. Or, you know, going out on a date with your husband, significant other, whoever. Me, it's dating with my husband, you know. Can't get away from that, can't date anyone else, can I? But yeah, it's nice to just get dressed up and go out sometimes, isn't it? So, okay, mascara. I'm so ranting in this video. I'm so ranting in this video. Ugh, I've got verbal diarrhea. So, mascara. I'm going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensation mascara. So I'm just going to curl my lashes and I'm going to put that on. So, lashes. I like to squeeze them. I know some people like to heat them up, but the thought of heat next to my eye just is like, oh. So I just squeeze them a few times and that seems to do the trick. You could put a wing liner on with this if you wanted it to be a little bit more dressy or out there, but we are having a subtle autumn fall look. Okay, so that's one eye done, but can we just appreciate how good this mascara is? I don't think it's really showing on camera. Let me see if I can zoom you in. But, I mean, look. No lash, no lash. I just love this mascara. It really is. Zoom you out again there, because that really is too close. But this mascara just gives me the perfect day lash without shoving on any strip lashes. I just absolutely love it. I would definitely buy this again, 100%. I do love it. Let's get this other lash done. Stop talking about it. Okay, so that is the eyes done. Brilliant. They took me, when I'm not filming and I'm not talking through everything, they can take me, what, like 10 minutes. They don't take long at all. You know, super quick look. You just need to get your skin done and you're done. So, let's get this skin done. Okay, so I want to go for a bit of a glowier look today. So I'm going to take my Urban Decay Makeup Rehab, which is like a moisturiser and a primer. Can't think of the word then. Moisturiser and a primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit on a brush, and I'm just going to kind of put that in the back of my hand like that, and then just very lightly just put that on my face. What the hell is that? I didn't say any of this stuff that you probably got in your collection already. You don't need to go out and buy it to create these looks. I mean, it's nice to buy new makeup. I'm always buying new makeup, but you know, we haven't always got the money to do that. Okay, so that is the primer done, and I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I do love this, and it is super high coverage, but we don't want to go like too over the top, so I'm just going to do a couple of small pumps. I've got that much on my hand, and I learnt this little trick from Casey Lomas on Instagram. I'm just going to take that same brush that I used for my primer. I'm just going to like blend this all into my hand like that, and I'm just going to so lightly like brush that over my face, like really lightly, because I don't want to be too full coverage. You know, this is a day look. and using the same brush that you used for your primer just makes the brush a little bit slicker. Okay, so that is the skin done, and that is a full coverage foundation that I've managed to put on so lightly, but it is gonna last you all day. It is definitely gonna last you all day. For concealer, I'm gonna take my Urban Decay All Nighter, and I have this in Fair. I love this. I absolutely love this concealer. I have two of them, and I have two of them actually open and on the go, and I don't know why. So I'm just going to very lightly do that there, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my nose and around my mouth there. And I'm going to take this small fluffy brush and then just fluff all of that in. So a little bit of this concealer goes a long way, like a super long way. And then I'm just going to tap that in with my finger. Okay, so I have got a little bit of dry skin around my nose that this is clinging to, but it never has before, so that is just dry skin, which is part of the reason why I wanted to do such a glowy look today. I mean, cleansed, toned, moisturised, serum, moisturised, and I've used like a moisturising primer as well, because it's just so dry at the moment. I think it is just the ever-changing weather. It's gone from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold, now it's raining, so, you know, skin can't cope. I'm not gonna set my face. I'm gonna use a couple of cream products. Now, I don't usually use cream products, so please bear with me. But I have the is it So Sue blush on the go, and this is the product right here, and it looks like a super nice like blush there. So I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna be brave. I don't usually do cream products, they never work out for me. And I'm just gonna lightly like do that on my cheeks, and then I'm gonna take like a small fluffy brush and I'm just gonna like blend. I do like that, that's super nice. I haven't got a cream contour. I have got concealers that I use as contours, but I think they're just, at the moment, they're just not working for me. I don't know whether it's because my skin has changed or what, so I'm just not going to use one of those today, but I like that. That is nice. I'm just going to tap it with my finger as well. And I am going to use a bronzer afterwards. But I do like that. That's a lovely look. I mean, when it first went on, I thought, oh my god. But once you blend it, why is my hair still wet? That is super nice. That's the first time I've used that. I will be using that again. I do like that. That is really nice. So who knew? Who knew? So I've never used that before, and I have never used this before. It is Loreal Glow Mon Amour, which is an illuminating highlighter drops. So you can put it in with like skincare or foundation. Just say to shake before use. Yeah, shake well before use. I was just automatically shaking it. It does say to put it in with skincare or foundation for an illuminating glow. You can put 2 drops in, or you can put 1 drop on the cheeks. It smells nice. So I'm just gonna do 1 and 1. And I'm going to take my blending finger and I'm going to just... See, golds aren't always my colour when it comes to highlighter, but that is so subtle and so nice. I'm going to put a little 1 drop on the back of my hand. I'm going to take my blending finger again. I mean, that is nice, look at that. And I'm going to do a cupid's bow, my nose tip, and down my nose as well. So 1 drop did all of that. I'm just wiping it off because I'll end up glowy AF. But I love being glowy. I love it. Okay, so that has blended really well with the foundation as well. So, you know, we're loving that. We're loving the glow we've got at the moment. I feel like I'm not flat at all. So I'm going to bronze. See, I've picked out 2 bronzers. My Wet n Wild bronzer or my Belgian Waffle by BH Cosmetics. I think I'm going to go in with this, and then I might go in with cinnamon or batter and just deepen it up a little bit, because I do want a contour. I want to look like I've got cheeks. But I do like a bronze as well. So I'm just going to take this on a fluffy PC, what's it? It's this Peaches and Cream PC04 brush, and just lightly. I'm probably going to go over with a powder blush as well, because I just bloody love blush at the minute. Do my little cheekbones, little jawline is not so little. I mean, you could leave it at that if you want, and just like set the face with a little bit of powder, but I'm not gonna. When would I ever leave it at that? Never. And I'm just gonna tap this into my forehead as well. A little bit on the nose, because why not? I feel like it's really bronzed my nose up, like really bronzed it up. Oh. Okay, so before I go in with any more powder products, I'm gonna lightly set the rest of my face with this really light powder. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, but I don't think it makes me too matte, because obviously we want a glowy look. And I'm just going to do the places where I haven't put any powder, and I'm just tapping it into there and tapping it on there. Not too much at all. You know, we're putting this in places where we know we would kind of get a bit oily, which for me at the moment is everywhere. I seem to set off dry and then go oily. And my skin is just all over the place at the moment. It really is. It'll get there in the end though. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with the BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle Palette. I love this. It's like super nice. I mean, look, can we appreciate that for a second? Just lovely. So I think I'm going to mix cinnamon and batter together, and then I'm going to take this, what is it? It's Real Techniques brush, and just lightly kind of contour, do like a soft contour, not like a really severe contour, and blend that a little bit as well. See, that even that looks really nice with those cheek products. Okay, we need to make sure that's nice and blended so we're not too harsh, because remember, this is an everyday look. Okay, I'm going to take another BH Cosmetics product, which is my Flower Power palette, and this are the blushes right here, or these are the blushes right here I should say, which are so pretty, and I just kind of mix these top two or these bottom two together, and I'm going to go for these top two because we want a more subtle look. So I'm just going to swipe my brush across the two, and I'm just going to pat that on the cheeks and pat it upwards as well. I know this is Flower Power and we're doing an autumn look, but we use what we've got. I mean, they are so pigmented though, these blushes, like super pigmented. I'm going to put a bit of that on my nose as well, because I want to. Okay, so before I top up the highlighter, I'm going to go back in and do my bottom lashes with my mascara before I forget, because, you know, I am inclined to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Pink Diamond highlighting powder from Primark. This is like a £3 highlighter, and it is such a nice little highlighter. It is just extremely powdery, but it is fine. And I go mad with the highlighter because I just want to look like a Christmas bauble. And my nose again. My nose is getting a lot of action today. Loving it. Okay, I'm going to set it with this Rimmel Lasting Finish and Go. And this is a 2-in-1 primer and setting spray. And I got this free because I bought a couple of Rimmel products that are probably still sat in my new in drawer. But I'm going to use this because I like the way it sprays. It's like a mist rather than a right in your face, you know, take your eye out spray. It smells like really soapy and clean, if you know what I mean. It's like a nice spray. A nice spray? It's a nice spray and a nice smell. Okay, so I'm just going to go and do something with my hair, probably going to straighten it, and then I'm going to come back and do the lips. Okay, so that is better. And I've got such clean hair today because I washed it. look and check me out. So I'm going to do like a nude lip. I mean, you could put like a red on there or a deep lip if you really wanted to go all out. But again, it is an everyday look, so we're just going to go for a nude lip. So I'm going to take my NYX, I think it's called London, but I love these NYX lip pencils. And this is just like a brown nude, so I'm just going to line the lips. I literally cannot talk and line lips at the same time. Okay, so those are lined now. It's quietest I've been all morning. And I'm going to take this jumbo lip pencil. This is a NYX pencil as well, and this is in Irish Coffee. Ooh, I love an Irish Coffee right now. That'd be nice. And I'm just gonna fill in the centre. And I'm just gonna go back in with the lip pencil and like reline. Okay, so this is the finished look. I absolutely love this look. I use this look all of the time. If we're just going out for some drinks, like a little bit of day drinking, which I don't often do, but you know, I do every now and again. I am a mum, but I'm also a human that likes to go out and do a bit of day drinking. But yeah, it is such a super look. It's so simple, it's so quick. You don't even have to use all the steps that I've used. You don't have to go in with the cream products, you can go straight in with powder. It's just so simple. You know, give it a go. Let me know in the comments down below if you have tried this look and how you went on with it. But I absolutely love it. If you want to see like an autumn forest green look, then again let me know in the comments down below, because I can absolutely film that for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, notification bell, all of that. I would love for my channel to hit 300 subscribers really soon, please. And I will see you in the next video, guys.